This is Pav Bamber here for PSP Sports about the Golovkin versus Brook official weigh-in here at the O2 Arena. With me, I've got British boxing legend, 4-time super middleweight champion of the world, and the guy who knocked out George Groves in front of 80,000 people at Wembley, Mr. Froch. How are you, Carl?
I'm good, thank you. Not bad.
Sounds good. Firstly, Carl, when both the fighters stepped on the scales today, what do you make of the way they look? Opinions around here were that Golovkin didn't look very tired, he looked quite unwell. What was your opinion?
Apparently he's been unwell, he's had a bit of a virus. His team are denying it, but I don't think it's good that he flew in late. 6 days ago he flew in from the West Coast. It's not long enough. You need at least 2 weeks flying in from the West Coast. And he didn't look happy on the scales, but in all honesty, it might not mean anything. But if Brook thinks he's ill and he's not doing the weight very well or whatever, he's got a bit of a virus, he'll take a bit of confidence from that. So it's a plus for Brook to hear all this, what's going on. But I don't know if it's going to make much of a difference, to be honest. I mean, the fight's the fight. What's going to happen is going to happen tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to it. If
you're in Dominic Ingle's shoes, what would you be telling Brook? What would your advice be to him? Because obviously Gennadi's got a very high knockout rate. There was talk about yourself fighting him. What advice would you be giving Kel if you were his trainer?
I think Kel don't want to be getting involved with him and don't want to be in punching range for too long, especially early on in the fight. He needs to be boxing and moving, using his jab and using his slick skills.
And also, obviously, with Kel, there's been a lot of him made of being him going up from 147 to 160. Do you think that new weight suits him? Because I remember on stage here you were saying he looks ill at 147, but he looks in his element at 160.
He does, yeah. I think he looks strong. He still looks ripped. He's not carrying much body fat, Brook, at 160. It looks like he's looking good at middleweight. I'm not going to say he's a natural middleweight because we know he's not, but you wouldn't think that he's come up 2 weight divisions in the last 5 months. Looking how he looks natural at the middleweight. I know he struggled to do welterweight. A lot of fighters do struggle to do the weight. So hopefully he's got more energy and he's still got his speed, because that's what he'll need to beat Golovkin.
What's your overall prediction for the fight? How do you see it going? A lot of people at the press conference yesterday were saying they believe if Kel's going to do it, he needs to get 12 rounds of work into 4 rounds because Golovkin will take him late otherwise. What's your opinion on it?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a points win for Brook over 12 rounds, or Golovkin catches him and knocks him out, body or head. If it's a body shot, it'll probably be late on. Head shot could be early. So I'm not giving a prediction. I want Brook to win the fight. I think the only way he can win it is on points. I don't think he can knock Golovkin out coming up 2 weight divisions. So Brook on points would be nice to see, but you can see how Gennadi can knock out Brook.
Carl, sorry.
No, you're right.
Also, a bit about yourself. When you look back on your career, World Championship fight after World Championship fight, you had a great career. Finished it with George Groves at Wembley Stadium. When you look back on your career, how do you see it? Because a lot of the fans respect you for the wars you had. Guys like Jermaine Taylor, that huge fight, Groves, Kessler. How do you look back on your career, Carl?
That's an answer that would take about 25 minutes to answer, so I'm not going to engage in it. But I've looked back on our career with pride, and I don't miss boxing. Boxing misses me. Ali said that once. So I'm into the next chapter now. But I had a fantastic career, as you said.
Thanks for your time, Carl. I really appreciate it. A huge fan and great fighter. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Cheers.